Today, I am joined by Susan Duncan, Associate Director of the Virginia Agricultural Experiment Station, Director of the Virginia Tech Center for Advanced Innovation in Agriculture, and Professor of Food Science and Technology. Susan studies increased technology adoption in the food and agricultural systems. You may recall meat processing giant JBS saw its computer networks breached, and then in early June, McDonald's experienced a data breach in markets including the US, South Korea, and Taiwan. These high profile ransomware attacks underline the importance of making cybersecurity a high priority. And the JBS and McDonald's cases suggest that the food and more specifically meat industry aren't exempt. So, Susan, for starters, as a cyber biosecurity expert, one of the hats you wear. What are you interested in? And really, what is that? What's cyber biosecurity?
It is an emerging discipline that's evolved from the convergence of biosecurity, cybersecurity, and physical systems security. So these three categories are really pretty well established, and there's really high level experts, very good consultants, good educated education systems in all of those spaces. But cyber biosecurity focuses on where that biological data, maybe that's genetic information or some critical control processes or the food safety, biosafety digital data may become corrupted or sabotaged, perhaps stolen, or otherwise lost because the cyber connections or the physical systems are unsecured or maybe have some kind of spyware or some other kind of potential for allowing that data to be disrupted. I'll also suggest that we know cybersecurity professionals are really important to the industry, and cyber biosecurity is specialized focus on those areas instead of just requiring one. It allows us this integration of cybersecurity and the biological experts so that we're really looking at where are those gaps.
What steps do you think that companies can take to protect their data? And do the same rules apply for big, medium, and small players?
The vaccination story is kind of a parallel. I'm going to use that one. So when we started saying we can be vaccinated, it didn't matter if you were the only one vaccinated because there was no herd immunity. It required a certain amount of the population to be vaccinated for us to be able to break away from masks, to start going out in the public and doing the things we wanted to do. I parallel that to what it's like for protecting the ag and food system, the biological data, our physical systems, the cyber systems, in that we need to have the majority of the entities that contribute to the supply chain actively engaging and securing their system and then helping the people that they interact with upstream and downstream to know that they're safe and we'll help you be safe. So I think the first thing we have to do is develop within each company a playbook, a kind of a plan, and we'll parallel that to the hazard analysis critical control point or HACCP plans that we do for food safety. Only we're really looking at that convergence of the biological data, the physical systems that are being utilized to process or move or store, and the cyber systems that are utilizing to exchange that information. And we have to train the workforce so that they become part of the solution and not an it's not my job mentality, and how they play a critical role in just operationalizing that playbook plan and then updating that playbook by understanding where vulnerabilities could exist, paying real attention to what the new types of threats are coming out, and anticipating those next potential threats. So you don't play the same football game every day. You go out and you create a new plan using many of your standard methods, but then thinking how, with this new assault, this new team I'm facing, what would I do to really combat their strategies? So each company and the entire system can help reduce the risks if we each have a playbook.
What technological advancements do you deem most notable for helping address cyber biosecurity challenges into the future, if any?
Here's another analogy, okay? I think about this electronic highway. It's all information, it's all data, and we're intending to move it. Yes, there's physical product that comes with that, but with every physical product, there's electronic information. And I think of that as kind of like those cars on a major highway. The goal of the highway is that you can drive fast at a certain limit very safely and securely. There's limited ingress and egress. Everyone is supposed to be responsible for their own effort, but cooperatively, we all keep everyone safe because we're defensive drivers and we're thoughtful drivers. So in the system that we're talking about here, we don't have these monitoring types of things. We don't have the individual responsibility to the bigger collective experience. We are, we don't have the electronic signage that says traffic alert or warnings. We don't have cameras and speed monitors like they have on highways that kind of help the police monitor where the bad players, the bad actors are. We need something like that. Not a regulatory must mandate, but a policy and a cooperative approach. And so right now, I kind of think that we're operating maybe with dirt roads and long lanes, big potholes, and out-of-date bridges, and no warning signs. Those kinds of things don't exist right now because we haven't thought about this collectively and we haven't moved forward to a solution that everyone can start contributing to. So traceability can help. And then thoughtful consideration of what is our supply chain look like and who are the players and how do we engage everyone to create that. That'll be a technology in itself. How do we get this community involvement and investment to solve the problem so we can run fast on this electronic highway?
Thank you for the resources, Susan, and thanks for your time.
You're welcome. Thank you for having me.
Of course.